My wife was saying the other day that we ought to do something for our grandkids for Easter, and that's just an interesting thing because we always had a tradition of Easter baskets for our kids. But with this new virtual distance, how do you do that? So we ordered a couple of things from Amazon, and I said, well, why don't we do something for their moms and dads and for our own kids? And so we went on Amazon, and I was looking through their gift cards, and I saw an Easter gift card that had two chocolate bunnies on it. One bunny had a bite out of its hindquarters. The other bunny had a bite off of its ears. Its ears were gone, and they had the caption that said, the one bunny says, "My butt hurts," and the other bunny says, "What?" I kind of say that seems to be how I feel about Zoom right now. Zoom being one of those things that I'm very much enjoying seeing you all, but boy, I tell you what, getting out and walking around my yard and doing things is a whole lot better for me personally. I hope this finds you healthy, staying home, still doing all you can to follow the recommendations of the Pennsylvania Department of Health, and keeping your family and friends safe. No, social distancing is a pretty awesome responsibility that's one-off. We probably will never ever experience this again. However, you never know anymore. I've been hearing an awful lot of stories about the great things that you're doing for our kids, the connections that you are making. I've had emails from parents and staff telling me about all the things that you are doing that are just really helping what is an impossible situation for our students, for their families to navigate through. Remember that quite a number of our students' families who already have struggled now have lost their jobs. They've lost income. They have all kinds of concerns on top of things, and they have difficulty even becoming moderately engaged with what we are doing. And I know that some of you are worried about, well, what do we do? How are we going to grade those kids that are not participating in the activities that we're doing? And I totally understand that kind of concern. But would you do me a favor? Would you begin to do everything that you can to continue to not worry about the things that you really don't have any control over, that we don't have any control over? The kids that are not engaged are probably struggling with some different difficulties, and quite honestly, some of them are the ones that have been not engaged in our classrooms. Continue to reach out to them. Continue to care for them. Realize that their inbox on their BZ accounts may be quite full, and even just looking at that might be overwhelming. So be kind and compassionate like you always are. Contact parents. Use different numbers. Do whatever you can to just reach out and see how they are. But spend most of your time working with the kids who really want to work, doing the things that you want. Interact with the kids that really interact. I was just in a conversation with a staff member who said, well, they sent out an email to the entire junior class and only 40 kids responded out of 300. And I said, well, there's 40 kids that want your interaction with them. So why don't you just rejoice and celebrate that and interact with them, because there's 40 of them that want your connection. So our perspective needs to be elevated above our frustration. I hope that you're able to do that. I'm so proud of the work that you do for our kids at Cedar Cliff. You are really an amazing group of professionals, and I can't think of anything better to do than to just be a part of the team that's Cedar Cliff. We have a break coming up. To me, it makes no sense, but do your best to try to unplug a little bit. The only thing that we know now is digital learning and digital communication. So it's kind of interesting to think about disconnecting from that for a couple of days. Can't get my head around it, but please do your best to stay relaxed, maintain perspective, know that you're cared for. We all just miss you terribly. I know I miss you. Love you all. You're just an awesome bunch to be with. So stay well, stay healthy, keep perspective, and continue to care.